It's currently 8:14 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, December 8th, 2025, and we're back at it with another general timeless intuitive reading for my soul tribe, Divine Divinity, and whoever else resonates with any of these messages at any time that you come across them. Anything that resonates, you want to be sure that you're going within and to the Holy Spirit of the Most High for confirmation as to how the messages, energies, vibrations, and frequencies pertain to you and your personal situation. Is how we create and foster an intimate one-on-one relationship with the Most High while simultaneously exercising our discerning intuitive muscle. Okay, if you don't use it, then you'll lose it. Okay, so I've been guided to talk about gang stalking. Okay, which is usually done at the hands of narcissists, NPDs, okay? People who like to drain other people's energies to use as their own source of supply because they cannot manifest from within. They cannot consciously co-create with the Most High. 1 2 3 on the clock timer, so we're moving in the right direction. Okay, you could be in the beginning throes of a new cycle. Okay, so this is where we're at. Okay, a lot of us may have experienced narcissistic relationships. I myself have grown up in a narcissistic household with a plethora of narcissistic family members. And then once I came of age, I started to get into relationships which mirrored the narcissist versus empath dynamic. Okay, it wasn't until my papa, I'll just leave it at that, passed away from pancreatic cancer 2019 that I had, which was the catalyst for my spiritual awakening. And that's when I realized and accepted myself as an empath. 217 on the clock timer. I just mentioned my papa and 222 on the clock timer, union, companionship, partnership energy, regardless of which end of the spectrum. Okay, so your ancestors could be wanting to get more of a personal relationship with you. They want to get to know you more. Okay, Springfield, Illinois could also be significant for some of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some information about gang stalking. So if you're not familiar with what it is, then I'll bring you into the awareness of that. And then we'll go ahead and get into the messages. Okay, so I'm going to begin with California because that's where I am, where I reside. California does not have a specific law that uses the term gang stalking, which is often described as a form of coordinated harassment by multiple people. Instead, such activities are addressed under existing stalking laws, specifically Penal Code 646.9 PC, which broadly covers various forms of harassment and threats, regardless of whether a single individual or a group perpetrates them. Now, with gang stalking, that usually talks about a group of individuals stalking you. Okay, so California stalking laws. California law criminalizes behavior when an individual willfully, maliciously, and repeatedly follows or harasses another person, makes a credible threat verbally, in writing, or implied by conduct, intends to place the victim in reasonable fear for their safety or the safety of their immediate family. The law covers a wide range of behaviors, including unwanted communication, emails, texts, phone calls, etc., physical following, leaving unwanted items, gathering excessive information, and even cyber stalking. The number of perpetrators, one or many, does not change the core elements of this crime. Penalties. Stalking is a wobbler offense, meaning it can be charged as either a misdemeanor or a felony, depending on the severity of the case and the defendant's criminal history. Misdemeanor, up to 1 year in a county jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Felony, up to 5 years in state prison and a fine of up to $1,000. A conviction is automatically a felony if the offense involves violating a protective order or if the defendant has a prior stalking conviction. Federal laws. If the alleged stalking involves crossing state lines or occurs on federal property, it may also be prosecuted as interstate stalking under federal law. Legal action and support for victims. If you believe you are a victim of stalking or gang stalking, legal experts recommend taking the following steps. Cease all contact with the alleged perpetrators. Document all incidents, saving evidence like text messages, emails, photos, and voicemails. Inform friends, family, and employers about the situation. Contact law enforcement to file a report. Seek a restraining order or protective order through the court system. For support and resources, victims can contact organizations such as Stalking Prevention Awareness and Resource Center or local victim assistance centers. Okay, and so as you all know, I've been dealing with gang stalking for quite some time now, and you may be dealing with that. So if you have been dealing with gang stalking and you feel like your hands are tied as to dealing with the situation or actualizing some semblance of a resolve, there are resources available for us. You just want to search your local area if you are not in California, wherever you are, and follow those steps, okay? And also reach out to your support group and or system. If 7:07 on the clock timer, look at here. As I split the deck, 7-Eleven, convenience store. Somebody is viewing you as an energetical source of supply. 7:17 on the clock timer. You could be seeing that as a synchronicity, as well. Somebody's under surveillance. Okay, this came out in the previous video. Okay, yeah, someone's under surveillance. Okay, this could be you or your ops, foes, enemies, whatever the case may be. However it resonates, but I do feel like it is for these NPDs, these energy vampires. Okay, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Okay, it's giving me the sense that karma is coming around the bend. Okay, just around the river's bend. Somebody could be Native American. Okay, love bombing in the reverse. Okay, this NPD, this narcissistic personality disorder, they're no longer able to love bomb you. Why? 8:18 on the clock timer is because you acknowledged them as the narcissistic energy in your life, and they're love bombing. Any of their narcissistic tactics no longer work on you. Tactician in the reverse. Okay, so this a narcissist, if you're dealing with one, or whoever this energy belongs to, a confirmation, they're not as tactical as they believe themselves to be. So someone could be in their ego thinking that everything they touch turns to gold. Every plan that they have exceeds the expectations of the expected outcome. It's not that. It's the total opposite. Everything that they touch, 911 on the clock timer, it's an emergency, okay? Somebody going to prison. Everything that they touch rots, okay? Something about an avatar, okay? This is giving me the movie Avatar that could be significant for someone. This is also giving me the energy that somebody is using fake profiles on social media and or dating apps, okay? Time's up and I'm out. You could be walking away from a situation, leaving an environment that is narcissist heavy, okay, where you want to be in environments that's narcissist light, okay? Adoption, okay? And somebody could be considering adoption of a child or adopting a new belief system or ideal, however that relates to you. Something that you need to know about these narcissists is that they're scared of being lonely at the end of the day. 1010 on the clock timer. You could be seeing 1010 as one of your synchronizations. If so, this message is for you. 1010 completion. You're closing out cycles successfully to move on to a new beginning. This is 10th house energy, so Saturn and Capricorn, your professional path, public persona, and social standing. Okay, lesson learned, time to apply. 1033 on the clock timer. You could be seeing 1033 or 133 as a synchronization. Okay, yeah, so lesson learned, time to apply. Like I just said, you're successfully closing out old, stale, outdated cycles that no longer serve your highest good and expansion. Yeah, power outages here. Okay, lay down your weapons, bitch, or perish. Lay down your weapons or perish. Okay, it's somebody made the right choice, and I feel like they're coming towards you because they want to have you do backflips off your pinky toe. Somebody want to make love and then fuck. Okay, and I like that. Wherever you are, divine masculine, come on and bring it to me because I'll be ready. Okay. With that said and done, let's go ahead and get into the vibes of the reading. I want to start with some cartomancy. Feeling quite fancy. Some cartomancy. Yo, we're feeling quite fancy, okay? I'm hearing Destiny's Child. I don't fancy you too much. I don't fancy you too much. I don't fancy you too much. Don't fancy you too much. Think you're cute, think you're fine. Always try to steal my shine. Get off of me, don't mess with me. You know who you are. Okay, throat chakra, don't pay attention to that. Okay, so you're definitely being divinely led, guided, protected here. Okay. Yeah, you are manifesting a 10 of Pentacles here because of your self-unconditional love. Okay, prosperity and abundance starts from within, realizing your worth. Holy Spirit, what do we need to know at this time for femme masculine, divine, and chosen ones? Okay, so if somebody was after your money, after your birthright, your inheritance, they ain't getting it. Or somebody's losing a birthright and inheritance here. Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Somebody's foundation is fucked. Okay, somebody was banking on some money that they ain't gonna get. Okay, why? Because you're emerging as a social butterfly here. Confirmation. Okay, something about an Empress energy. So you 13 on the clock timer. Yeah, something's coming to an end here. You could be an Empress in Empress energy, divine feminine, male or female. Okay, yeah, it has a lot to do with lies and rumors that was being spread on the name of a divine feminine in Empress energy. Gender is not a prerequisite here. Okay, Five of Cups in the reverse. As you're emerging as the social butterfly, you're getting ready to move, or you just recently moved, however it resonates. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What else, Holy Spirit? What else do we need to know for femme masculine at this time? Divine and chosen ones. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Yeah, you got some people sending you evil eye energy because they weren't able to rip this birthright and inheritance from you. Okay, let's see here. Eight of Swords in the upright. Somebody's trying to hide evidence here. I went from the Nine of Swords in the reverse to the Eight of Swords in the upright. And somebody doesn't want you to know that they're sending you evil eye, but you in a wish fulfillment era. So you ain't even worried about that bullshit. Okay, yeah, somebody's trying to send you an abrupt ending. Five of Swords in the reverse, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, because of some sort of debt that they owe. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This is cartomancy, not tarot. Okay, 99 could be significant. Yeah, somebody's physically stressed, tired, long suffering, dried the fuck out. Something's being communicated about this. I'm hearing lackluster. Somebody's in a lackluster ass energy and attitude, okay? Yeah, the Two of Wands in the upright. Some new communication is coming in after you move or as you move or something like that. Yeah, new beginning here. There's a new beginning here for you, the masculine. Yeah, somebody that was trying to humiliate you, Seven of Swords, or do some sort of humiliation ritual is backfiring and they're being exposed. It's this fallen earth angel. Okay, a fallen angel. Okay, they're exposed. They expose themselves trying to humiliate a divine being. Okay. Well, we see how that's working out for these raggedy ass bitches. So, that'll be that for cartomancy. I want to get some energy oracle out and see what the energy is looking like at this time. At the bottom of the deck here we have Angel of Balance in the upright. So you're balancing your light shadow aspects, feminine and masculine aspects into a cohesive balance. I feel like that this is more of a oneness energy as opposed to properly operating in duality. Okay. Door to romance here. 33 is the number here. Door to romance. Okay, so there's divine love coming in. 33 ascended master energy. Okay, so you could be walking with the ascended masters at this time as they're walking with you, or you could be in ascended master energy, a master teacher teaching master lessons. Now, whether or not the hoes are taking the messages to the floor remains to be seen, but this is who you are, what you're doing. We have a fifth chakra here, 39. That would be the throat chakra. Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel could be significant to you. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, so fifth chakra is your throat chakra. Let me look up Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is a prominent divine messenger in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, known for delivering crucial announcements like the birth of Jesus to Mary, Annunciation, and revealing the Quran to Muhammad. Is Jibril. Depicted with a lily or trumpet, Gabriel stands as a symbol of divine communication, purity, and revelation. So you are definitely a divine messenger. Okay. Prophetic messengers. Shout out to my fellow intuitives out here. Okay. 39 is the number here. We got 33, 39. So for some of you, something very significant about your lifetime during the span of ages 33 to 39. Okay, 39 breaks down to a 12, which is 12th house energy, the unknown about karma and spirituality. So what people don't know or believe in regarding karma and spirituality, they're about to find out. Okay, what else, Holy Spirit? Energy oracles. Oh, it's something that's stuck for us, for masculine. Man holding a coin in the upright. We got daughter romance. You're speaking your truths, and this is attracting a coin for you. 43 is the number on the card, so something about the age 43. 43 breaks down to a 7. So this is 7th house energy. How we relate to and choose relationships and partnerships. Okay, choose wisely. Yeah. Envy in the reverse. You are not a person that operates in envy. Okay, and this is why you have victory. The victory at the bottom of the deck in the upright. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do 2 healing water oracle cards and 2 starseed cards for those who resonate with water energy, Yemen Ya or Shun. Okay, Poseidon. Then the Starseeds, Pleiadian, Lyran, Lemurian, Rainbow, Indigo, Orion, Sirian, so on. Immerse yourself. It's in the reverse. Okay, immerse yourself, training, learning, new hobbies, passion. Somebody lacks, because it's in the reverse, something about 2017 is significant. 2020, 2020, something's about to go viral. Okay, immerse yourself in the reverse, training, learning, new hobbies, passion. Somebody lacks passion. They're not immersing themselves in themselves. They're not willing to train in order to learn new hobbies. This is somebody that's stuck and stagnated in their ways, not willing to change or evolve for the better, which is why they're going to remain stuck as fuck. Okay? And they can't nut because they ain't buck. Okay? They do suck, though. And not a pretty good job at it. Cleansing in the reverse. Okay? Releasing the old. Energetic tune-up, new beginnings. It's in the reverse. Okay, so it's further confirming the card that we just dealt with. They're dirty as fuck energetically. They don't want to learn. They want to stay stuck in their old ways, which was the catalyst to what I'm kind of handling right now. I'll save that for later. Told the bitch no. Told the bitch the reason why I said no. Told the bitch what spirit gave me for them, and they rejected it, which is their business. But be ready for the outcome based on your choices and your actions. You want to stay this old, nasty, filthy pig that you are, that likes to victimize and brutalize other individuals. So you do that because we all have free will. But don't complain when that karma hit your old raggedy ass. Okay, you made the decision. Now be man or woman enough to take your lumps. You threw them thumbs, ho. Now take these lumps. Okay, let's get into the Starseed Oracle. What do we have for my fellow Starseeds, Holy Spirit? Okay, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. I don't know about you, Fem Masculine, but I want the destiny. I don't want the fate. Two sides of the same coin. Okay, I'm gonna let you figure that out. Give me another Starseed Oracle, Holy Spirit. Empathic Starseed. So you are a Starseed who is very empathic. Okay, and what have we been talking about? This narcissistic versus empath dynamic. Okay, empathic Starseed, energetic sovereignty. Absorbing what's not yours. Be mindful to not absorb energy that is not yours, okay? Depending on what level you are regarding your empathic gifts, you have to recalibrate, okay? Exercise those discerning muscles so that you are continuing being in the know of what emotions you're channeling from other people as opposed to what emotions actually belong to you. Okay? So with that said and done, Fem Masculine, we're going to go ahead and jump into the tarot for the wide and narrow. Let's see what's going on, what we need to be aware of. At the bottom of the deck here, we got Five of Wands in an upright competition, competitive. Somebody's competing for you, okay, or competing with you. Did I say competing for you? Okay, so you could have two or more individuals competing for your affections. Okay, be mindful and discerning though as to who you choose to collaborate with. Ten of Cups in the reverse here, and this is the out in the open field. So we have Ten of Cups here in the reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is a toxic environment, toxic community, a toxic family. It's just toxic as fuck here, but it's sane. Okay, everybody knows that this is a toxic situation here, whatever this Ten of Cups is. Yeah, Six of Swords in the upright, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You're moving on to calmer waters though from this toxic environment. Okay. Yeah. You done laid down the swords. It look like you done let somebody have it, whether they realize that they have been had or not. But you let somebody have it, and you moved on about your business. Chariot here, focused, determined. Yeah, you about your business. You ain't playing no games here. Okay. You got your eye set on a target or something like that. Okay, you got your eye on the prize. Like I said, you got your eye set on a target. This Queen of Swords in the reverse, this karmic feminine energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, male or female. This is somebody very manipulative, very deceitful, very cruel, hateful, and spiteful. Okay, this person, male or female, air sign, they're communicating something, more than likely lies and rumors. They hold some sort of authority here, somewhere, somehow. Okay, if this isn't a legitimate ranking, like at a job or something like this, then they hold some sort of authority within a friend group. Okay, people look to them to guide them, but this person is all bullshit, male or female. You can't trust a word out their mouth because they always have a malicious ulterior motive, and they got people following up behind them, being led to slaughter. Okay, but this Queen of Swords in the reverse is getting ready to be read their rights. Yeah, okay, Five of Pentacles, and they going into poverty in the upright. This Queen of Swords in the reverse ain't got no motherfucking money. That's why he or she is a motherfucking thief. That's why they gotta manipulate and deceive motherfuckers in order to get what they want, because they're insufficiently okay. They're insufficiently substantiated. What's the issue here? They're miserable here. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Under the Ten of Cups in the reverse. 10-9 is a countdown. This lone wolf is miserable as fuck. They're going against the stream, causing resistance and wondering why they can't go nowhere, bitch. You trying to force the flow. Knight of Cups here in the upright is coming out under the Six of Swords. Okay, somebody's coming towards you. As you're leaving or have moved, transitioned somewhere, 27 on the clock timer. That's 99. 1999 could be significant. The number is 18 and 9. Okay, 9 test time. You could be a life path number 9. 9th house energy. This is long distance travel. Higher education, broadening your horizons, seeking and soaking up divine knowledge and wisdom. Okay. Page of Pentacles here. If somebody, if somebody's following their heart to you, being guided towards you as you're moving forward, I believe that these two energies are going to intersect. But somebody has planted a rotten seed that is not coming to harvest, or somebody is trying to sabotage a seed that you've planted. Okay. What else, Holy Spirit? The moon in the reverse. It's coming out under this Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, Pisces energy. This Queen of Swords in the reverse, he or she is scared. And they should be. They should be. Because everything that you did to destroy other people is coming home to roost, Hanban. You're done. We have 8 of Swords in the reverse here. You're free from poverty. It's coming out under the 5 of Pentacles in the upright. Yeah, you're free from poverty. Poverty will visit you no more. I feel like any health issues that you may have had are being cleared up at this time, being healed. Manifested outcomes here. 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. And somebody's going to remain codependent. They're not going to be able to be independent and luxurious in their own energy and in the work they do. Everything that they touch turns to hell. Okay? Yeah, Emperor in the reverse. This is a whack-ass leader. This is a leader who wants followers for the sake of clout. They're not creating other leaders. They're destroying them. Aries energy. Male or female. And they're taking action. And they're weak as fuck. Strength in the reverse. They're weak as fuck. They ain't got no power. And they're a liar. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Was there in cahoots with this Queen of Swords in the reverse as well? Okay, Ace of Wands in the reverse. Damn. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Wands in the reverse. That's AA. Somebody could be overindulging in alcohol. Is an alcoholic somebody, or they're actively in AA. I don't know, but this Ace of Wands in the reverse, like I said, they can't co-create. They can't manifest. Okay. Spirit said they a motherfucking loser. Two of Cups in the reverse, and they're getting a divorce. Damn. Bitch, at the bottom of the deck, High Priestess. Male or female, you're the seer. You saw all of this. You possibly tried to warn this retarded bitch. I'm so sorry to the learning disabled community. That is not a slight on you. Okay, but this bitch was retarded as fuck because you possibly could have warned this motherfucker like, hey, you're getting offered an opportunity here. They didn't want to take it. They wanted to remain old, stale, stuck, and outdated. So fine, but you know, ain't nothing being renewed for you because you didn't want to renew yourself and recalibrate from within. So you get all things that's old, stale, and crusty. Okay, final messages, Holy Spirit. Let's get into some keywords. And final messages. What are the keywords here, Holy Spirit? Cunning. Be cunning like the fox. Be a trickster. Okay, don't play your hand. It's spiritual poker. Okay, spiritual chess, not checkers, ho. What else, Holy Spirit? Deal in the reverse. It's a no. No deal. You were too cunning to make this to accept this proposition. It was a no deal. Because what I say, transform in the reverse, this person did not want to transform. They wanted to stay old and crusty. Well, that's fine. You go ahead and stay old and crusty, but we got the courage to evolve. Courage in the upright. Okay, how you a coward how you pussy and you trying to dominate other people? You can't dominate people with no power, ho. Inspire in the upright. Your courage is inspiring others to do the same, to stand up for their rights. You're providing inspiration. CP, color people, okay, as in color people time. Somebody always arriving on color people's time because they ain't got no peace. Peace in the reverse, okay? No peace, no deal, bitch. And ain't nobody gonna want to collaborate with you and you keep up a bunch of bullshit. Adaptation. So yeah, you're adapting to something. Adapting, okay? Okay, trust in the reverse. Okay, don't trust bitches in this low vibrational narcissistic ass energy. Okay, fem masculine. You have family at the bottom of the deck. 3303 on the clock timer. Spirit is resonating. Somebody ain't got no family. Or somebody's family is walking away from them after finding out who and what they truly are. Okay, well, I'm gonna drop the mic on that. Fem masculine. Click like, share, subscribe, donate to the channel. My slots are back open for personal intuitive readings. Until next time, you all have a great evening. I love you unconditionally, even if I don't like you. Okay? And take care now. Get out my face. Bye.